to the greatest of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to Full Buddy Cast.
You can have a Kona brew.
So I just had a Kona from. Where did you get that from?
Costco?
So Craig bought that like the other day, like 2 days ago.
Oh yeah, no, Kona brews are good if you're like, well, they're way better if you're in Hawaii. When I was in Hawaii, I drank a lot of Kona brews. They taste better though. But no, this is all leftover from the grad party.
From the grad party.
Amazingly enough, I've got a
lot
giant freaking cooler at my house
that holds
like 6 cases of brew.
That's okay. You would have got $20 from me, which would have been 4 months worth of his Patreon.
Paying it forward. I'm gonna paying it forward.
All right, hey everyone! As we're getting into talking about brews and this and that, go to Cole Street Brewery. Go say hi to Sean McDonald. Order. I like the double IPA. I love the double IPA. It's my favorite beer. My wife likes the peach mango. She also likes the amber as well. What's your favorite beer that you get from?
I like the Not Another.
Not Another. I like any different.
But you know what I really like? Because normally we don't like go downtown on a rainy day or what. I really like the margarita, and I know
Margarita's
it sounds
good.
Like
I agree,
girly, but I do really like that light, like refreshing,
delicious beer. That's good. That's a good ad.
Now,
That's
don't
really
get me
good.
wrong. Like a man, you put that in a mayonnaise in front of me, I will slam the mayonnaise.
Oh,
'cause
great.
I'm a huge fan.
But I also like margaritas, and I like getting those at Mazalon.
I've never had a bad beer at Cole Street. I've never had something that was like, oh, gross. Like, no.
I've switched to my other sponsor. So.
Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, go get it. Go get it. Yeah.
Just kidding. You're so positive. It's so hard to be like sarcastic with you because you're like, yeah, keep making fun of me. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all.
Listen, dude, I've been made fun of for a long time. You just roll right into Mazatlan.
Getting pretty good at it.
And they're delicious.
They're
Cadillac margaritas.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Have Andy ready to the whiskey for you. And then also Border Wine Bar. But hey, get yourself. I don't want to spoil anything because I was told not to, so I'm going to hold it back. But Mazalon might have something cool coming up. I'm just saying. I don't know. Might be something cool coming up. But that's as far as we're going to go with it. I got to throw out Patreons as well. Thank you very much for being my Patreon, Seth.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes I forget names. And I try to roll everything off the top of my head when it comes to Patreon and go to not everyone, a few people. I hate when everyone says everyone and all these people are hitting me up. No, you know what? I'll be honest with you. Not everyone. Some people. And not all these people. Some people are hitting me up. And hitting me up, what does that mean? That's making it sound cool too. No. Some people contact me and say, hey, how do I be a Patreon? I want to be one. You're super, and your guests and hosts are super entertaining. Go to https // patreon.com/join /fullbuddycast. Super easy. But then you have
or
tiers.
Just go on Facebook.
Just go on Facebook
and click on Full Buddy Cast.
Okay, he knows.
And you scroll down till it says Become a Patreon. You click on the link, it sends you in.
Okay.
You give
do that too.
Your credit card information, and all of a sudden
That's it.
you're spending $5 a month.
Look at this tech wizard.
Tech whiz.
Or what? 20's your max right now? Like
No, I've maxed it to 50. You can go 50.
But nobody gives you 50.
One person is. The
Really?
highest is $35, which is or the second highest is $35, which is Desi B. Now all these types of tiers get you something. Okay, so the first tier, the $5 tier, is where you can you get your name shouted out, which I'm about to do, and my huge thanks. Okay, $10 tier, if you have a slogan, if you have a business, if you have anything that you want me to say, wish somebody happy birthday, if you're in that $10 tier, message me. I'll say whatever. I'll propose for you if you want. That's what I'm talking to. I will accept your Tacoma Community College offer on air for you to the coach there for baseball. That's for you, Kaden. Then it goes to 20. You get a T-shirt at $20. You get a hoodie at $35, $50. Everything below that as well. But the $50 one, you get beer bought by me monthly at Cole Street. You get anytime there's a new hoodie or new shirt, you get it automatically. And then you also will get priority seating at live events. You'll get the discounts like you usually get because you're going to have all this merchandise you're going to wear every day. That's where, if you want to do that, go hit me up. I may have to start paying taxes soon because I got 13 people a month.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, 13 and working on 14.
Jared Skelly is another Patreon.
Jared Skelly.
Which I love because I've played a lot of softball with Jared Skelly. I worked with Jared Skelly.
Where at?
Scotty's General Construction.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you wear sunglasses there every day?
Every day.
Every day. Even in
no,
the rain?
Actually, that was before that was before I had Oakley's.
Oh. Wait, it wasn't gas station glasses?
Well, do you want to talk about your first pair of oil rigs? Jeremiah's.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Jeremiah Mills.
Yeah.
Loaned me a pair of sunglasses for something. Like we were going somewhere. I'm like, dude, I forgot my glasses.
Probably out on the boat or something.
Yeah, going on the boat or something. He's like, oh, here, just take these. Wear these. Never give them back and wore them for a long time. And now I have
we don't want to.
Not a long time, like
this.
a few months. Like a long time, like 8 years.
Yeah, and replace the lenses often. So.
That's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Mills.
All right, so here, let me throw the Patreons out there real quick, and I'll do it off the top of my dome because I suck at this, okay? But I'm going to do my best. So we got Seth Loop, that was easy. Jared Skelly, also easy. Holly, Desi, Cassie, Casey, Adam, Anon. Then we got Eric, and then Kellen. So we're at 10 now.
Kellen's in there.
Kellen Hall. We got Shekinah Sarver. We also have Ira Potter, and we have Amanda Keating. There's 13, and Veronica Lara might be joining at some point.
You got your brother in there.
I said it. I said Adam.
Oh, Adam. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. See, I like that. He listens. He knows.
Yeah.
Caden is.
A lot of times you don't
Caden's
say his
clapping.
name, you just say my brother. So.
My broski, Adam. You're right. So, this episode, we just got done. If you want to rewind, go backwards in time and listen to the Softballs Hard Talk with Seth and Kaden. Go listen to that. But as we're sitting here, and there's a few things off Seth's list, but I also want to kind of interested. I got a high schooler in here right now. Not a high schooler because he graduated, but a former high schooler.
Yeah. And
I kind of want to talk a little high school. Got that vibe going. He just had his grad party a little bit, that freedom, But before we jump into all that, Seth, let's finish off your list and we'll move that route. And maybe some of these things already coincide. There was a Joey story. I know you're talking about that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into that Joey story.
So Joey talked about on an earlier episode, Hollering with Hollenbeck.
Yeah.
We made a trip to Pullman for a game. This is when WSU was recruiting him. I think everybody in like the world was recruiting Joey, because he was huge, and he had fast feet, and he was pretty good at football. Now, Joey was not always good at football. I've got a couple of pictures. Remember,
really?
I think I sent you a picture.
Really?
Like when I first started, like I messaged you on Facebook or something, sent you a picture of Joey with the mullet.
Yes.
Kind of pudgy.
Yes.
And then like early on in high school, Joey made a couple of life decisions which were really good for him.
Yes.
And then he grew substantially. And anybody that has ever met Joey in person, he is a mountain of a man. And
he is a mountain of a man.
Like, I don't know that I've ever seen a happier face.
Yeah, he always does have that.
He's always super, very happy, very on top of the world. Love the guy. What I see is, so we go. Where was I? We go
Sorry.
over to.
I'm very distracting over here.
Yeah, we're going to Pullman, because Joey's getting recruited by Washington State. They had offered him at football camp when we were there. So for whatever reason, Joey and I get put together. We're roommates at football camp. and Joey gets
Sorry to hear.
an offer. So we go, no. So we're sitting in the dorm room. Like they put you up in dorm rooms when you go to camp. Just the two of us, and like knock on the door, and like we think it's one of the other guys on our the high school football team. We go into the door, and there's like two like college cheerleaders at our door, and Joey answered the door and goes, "Hey, how's it going? What can I do for you?" And they're
weird.
like, and they say, Joey, Coach Price would like to see you.
Oh, they send the
And
cheerleaders.
so, they send the cheerleaders over to like gather you up and like take you down. So the way I heard
high
it,
class.
you
Is
walk in.
this what happened to you?
Exactly.
So they walk you over. They put you in a limousine. I don't even know how it went. Take
Golf
you over
cart.
to so he says, I walk into Coach Price's office, which is like burgundy carpet, huge Washington WSU. You walk in the double doors, huge emblem in the middle of there's a stuffed cougar behind his desk.
Wait, were you there with him?
No. This is just what he told
When
me
he's
like
telling
immediately
you?
after.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
Walks into Coach Price's, Mike Price at the time at WSU. They chatted up. Mike Price says we want to play football for us. Want to offer you a full scholarship to come play football at Washington State. Just realized like everything he'd been working for the last at least 4 years.
Right.
Focused
on
being a college athlete never crossed his mind before that. But
right.
So he comes back to the room, give him a. He's like, dude, Mike Price just offered me a full scholarship to play football for him. And I need to call my mom. Can I borrow your phone card?
Yeah.
We've been over this.
Right.
Fuck yes, you can. Give him my phone card. He calls his mom, tells his mom, I'm going to get a college education for free. And all I have to do is play football, which I love.
Right.
Later on, so that's in the summertime.
Yeah.
They call Joey and they're like, hey, we want you to come over for a game. How many tickets do you want? And Joey's mom worked her tail off. She was a bus driver. She was amazing. Joey's dad worked, couldn't pull away for whatever reason.
Right.
So he's like, I want 3. So Joey Hollenbeck, Jeremiah Mills, and I pile into my grandmother's Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
And we head for Pullman. Like, we didn't have shit to do.
Right.
We were still in high school, nothing to do. Football season was over because I think this was like November. We pile in the 4-door Corolla and we head for Pullman. So, like, we're hauling ass to Pullman. And I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's not much between like Vantage and Pullman. Like once you get off in Vantage and you start heading for Pullman,
dude, it's
like,
such a long.
There's not a lot of things to see,
and it feels like
stop at.
It's like a 12-hour drive.
And so
of the same stuff.
We're headed over there on Saturday morning for a Saturday afternoon game. So we're up early. I'm always the scheduler. Like I always like make sure everything's where it should be and we're on time and we're early. So we're rolling over there and we're 18, so we're not like now if I was driving to Pullman, one guy drives and the rest of you sit in the back and drink beer and hang out. Well, that wasn't the case then. So, one guy drives and the other dudes are hanging around drinking Gatorades or whatever. And so we're hauling ass for Pullman. We get about halfway between Vantage and Pullman and Joey's like, dude, I gotta go. I'm like, you're going to be late for this game, which might be the biggest opportunity of your life.
Right.
We're not fucking stopping.
Right.
So rolling for Pullman. Pretty soon he's like, no, bro, I got to go. You got to pull over.
He's got
the
tiniest
I'm
bladder
not pulling
in the world.
over
Yes, I
on
get
the
this.
side of this highway for the cop that's 18 miles away with a pair of binoculars to bust us. No, it's not happening. Hold it. And he's like, I can't hold it. I'm gonna pee the backseat of this car. Yeah. So pretty soon, 30 seconds later, we're throwing empty Gatorade bottles at him and say, get her done. Now you envision this. Joey Hollenbeck, when he was not quite in the best shape of his life yet, but he was still huge.
Right, big dude.
Figuring out how to pee in multiple Gatorade bottles.
With a small
in the back seat.
With a really tiny wiener.
In the back seat of a Toyota Corolla.
I would pay for this.
It was...
If this is an OnlyFans, I'd be subscribing.
It was one of the most comical things I've ever seen. And I'm driving, right? Like, I'm paying attention to the road because I'm 18 and responsible. Whatever. Drove over to the game. Had a great time at the game. They took They take Joey down on the sidelines and they give him the big spiel. And
what's up.
Yeah. I don't think we got to experience that so much.
Yeah.
But no, great experience. they took us out later, and
That's way cool.
I had a good time in Pullman. And then got up Sunday morning, drove home. But yeah, cool trip, great experience, and he ended up committing and
there.
Going
Did you go? Where did you go to college at? Did you go to college or you work?
I got my girlfriend, now wife, pregnant 3 months after high school, and I started a full-time job the day after I graduated, and I've had one every day since.
Every day since. Okay, so then did you go and visit Joey over there in Pullman every once in a while
we
for a
went
game?
over, I think Jeremiah and I cruised over his freshman year and hung out for like a weekend, and that was about it. Like, Joey was very... He was committed. The other story I have to tell you about Joey is the Isuzu, the Trooper. So that same summer, we cruised to, or we're hanging out a little bit summer after senior year. I'm working for the Washington State Department of Natural Resources on a heliTAC firefighting crew. So we get
Wildfire.
So there's a wildfire.
Gosh. You gotta talk about that
they
one,
call
man.
us up, and we go get in a helicopter and fly to the fire, and then they drop us off out of the helicopter. We don't jump, and then we call in. The helicopter goes off and gets water from the farmer's, shit pond, and we call in water drops on a fire. Cool summer. Beside the point, I get 2 days off in a row, and then I'm on call. So I the only rule is you can't travel more than 40 minutes from home base, because if even on your days off,
something happens,
if you have to be close. It's time to go. We got to go to respond to a fire. So, talking to Joey's, looking at this Isuzu Trooper, it's like Vashon Island, and so this is the Trooper that he drove through his entire collegiate career. I don't even know if he got rid of it after college. This was a staple for Joey. So he's like, "Hey, bro, can you drive me up to Vashon? And I want to look at this car, this Isuzu Trooper, big car, big guy." Great. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it was early summer. There's really no fires going on. Yeah, sure. Drive him up to Vashon. Looking at he's like, well, I want you to drive me up there because I'm probably going to buy it. I would drive myself up there, but if I drive myself up there and I buy this car, then I got to drive back up there to get the car. Right. So we drive up there, checks out the car, loves it, buying it. Literally drive up there, get out of the car, start walking towards the car, and my pager goes off.
No way.
You got 40 minutes to be at Krantz Field, which is north of the fairgrounds off of the Pickle Factory Road, to be in the helicopter to fly to a fire.
Oh my god.
I'm an hour and 45 minutes away. So that was strike one for the heliTAC team.
Oh wow, so you didn't even try.
There's no way. I wasn't going to make it.
I thought you were going to tell some story where you're
no.
140
no.
in the new
tractor. I told Joey, are you buying that car? Give him 12 seconds to decide if he was buying the car. And he's like, well, I think so. I'm like, good luck. Yeah. Out. Got in the car, hauled ass. Never going to make it. Still, pull in. Helicopter's gone. I'm in big trouble with a job that I really like because I'm making $8.75 an hour.
At the time which was double.
Was something.
That was double minimum wage.
So, but I still have to respond to the fire. So I get in the car. I get in a DNR vehicle, and I drive 6 hours to Goldendale and catch up with the crew that I'm on. Anyway.
You got reamed.
Oh. I don't know that that might have been my lesson learned, to never piss off your boss. Ever since then, I don't know that I've ever really pissed off my boss. Because I tell you what, I got very thorough tongue lashing.
Let me guess how Joey's reaction was when you did you tell him that story?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but because I didn't see him for 6 months after that, because I was up fighting fires.
Of course you didn't.
Yeah.
So then you're fighting fires, but then you're gonna see Joey and he's gonna be like, "Oh, dude, crazy, sorry, bro." And then that would be it. Actually, you'd probably say something like, "Oh, can I buy you a beer? Can I get you something to drink?"
I felt good about it because he drove that car forever.
Good, okay. Yeah. He would have made it better, but I didn't
give him much of a choice about buying that car because I left his ass there.
He had to buy. Guys
you're buying it or you're walking.
Guys $6,000 car, and Joey's like, "Can you take 5?" And he goes, "Do you have a ride home?" I could raise this to 7.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, okay, I'll take it for 6. One funny story that you sent me was when one of the last episodes, Joey and I were tankered. I don't know if you could tell.
Oh, a little bit.
How?
Yeah. No, it was all right.
We kept it together. I shouldn't say we're tankered because he does. He's a little sensitive to that. He's like, come on, dude. Like, we're not that drunk, but we were.
You realize the amount of alcohol it takes to get that way drunk?
we were feeling it. Anyway, we got a little looser. I should say. So then I say, hey, yeah, what did you think about that Seth when he said that he wouldn't give that football back for a touchdown? He goes, that mother trucker, that guy.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, but he also gave you a phone card to call your mom when you got offered that scholarship at Wazoo. And he goes, Seth, man, I love you, man.
Yeah.
Just a complete flip flop. Yeah. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah. No regrets in either respect. Like, yeah.
That's good.
Joey's mom was a
great
fabulous person.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Caden.
Yep.
You walked into this podcast room.
Yep.
Lee walked in. Eric Madrid has walked in. A few other people have walked in. Desi and Holly have walked in. Veronica has walked in. Few people have walked into this thing, and the first words out of their mouth are, what did you think?
Well, the first thing I said was, nice podcast room.
Which was nice, but what did you think? You said it, but what in your mind were you like?
It's snug in here. It's snug for sure.
Seems to be a reoccurring thing.
People ask me, they say, hey, why do you have such a smaller podcast room? And I'll say, hey, listen, I've learned how to take pictures of things and make things look bigger than they actually are.
Well, I've never seen a picture because I don't go on Facebook.
You don't go on
anything,
Facebook,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then it was just you imagined it. But acoustics-wise, I got to keep it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, this was built this way.
Yeah. I saw the big garage and everything. I was like, oh, it's got to be it. And
Yeah.
then we started walking in here and I turned the corner and
Yeah, no,
There's
this
not a whole
was
lot to it.
storage room, and one of the reasons, I'll give you a background real quick. Bobby Martinez, we used to do some full Bobby casts, and he's going to come on at some point. He's a big city council guy now. Anyways, he said that most people that do podcasts, they will rent a heated storage unit at these storage places, and they will just have everything set up. They'll walk in, flip on the light, start recording. Now, this thing had a huge bench and like every bin, like my Christmas bins and everything. Once he told me that, I'm like, bro, I'm going to clear this thing out, throw some paint on the walls, threw up my old posters that my parents just gave me so this is my junior high and high school posters when I was a kid. And just threw all that up. And then Corey Bentley provided the poker table because I was just kind of shoved in the corner. Were you here for the shoved in the corner part, or you've only been here for
I think
this?
I saw it on a Facebook post
Probably,
or something. But this is
way
the setup
better
when I was here. Yeah.
Way better. Yeah. So anyway, that's a little story of the old Podroom.
Yeah, I like it.
And this guy up there, top left, you know who that top left guy is?
No.
Came from Enumclaw High School.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Scalabrini.
That's Scal.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
Scal.
this doesn't look so good in green, but
Yeah.
he's
I wouldn't
White
recognize
Mamba.
him in a crowd
White
too.
Mamba.
But,
White Mamba. Did you ever play any? Did you do any camps around here or anything?
For what? What do you mean?
Like baseball camps, or by the way, Jared Scully gave us a thumbs up on Facebook. Did like baseball camps, basketball camps, soccer camps, anything around here? Benetti ones or Scalabrini ones or anything like that?
Really? No.
Did you ever do the baseball ones for who was the guy? Brian Bastions.
Listen, bro, I played Little League baseball. That was the furthest I ever took baseball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I never played baseball in junior high or high school.
How do you have the look down so well?
I don't know. Do I look like a baseball
Yeah, you kind of
Yeah,
do.
you
I mean,
really
you
do.
definitely do.
Well, yeah, because he's 50
a baseball
pounds
player.
lighter than me and
But
in shape.
he's even got the shorts and the shoes, and like you look like the way you wear your clothes, t-shirts and all. You kind of do too.
Yeah, no, I love baseball, but I was never very good at it.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm impressed by it.
Thank you.
All right. Podroom, you're impressed by it as well. Smaller than you thought, but you're like, hey, packs a big punch. We were talking about high school. I want to talk about high school.
Okay.
Did you have a senior party?
Kinda.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, there was some senior parties.
But did you guys have like a, hey, we're gonna like, the nerds are invited, the jocks are invited, and got these? You didn't have a big one?
Nope.
What?
You can't get away with that shit anymore,
No.
dude.
Really?
Because
everyone's got cell phones.
Like back in the day, we would have a party in the woods.
Right.
Big ass bonfire, burning a bunch of pallets.
Yes.
Everybody shows up.
Yes.
Don't care who you are.
Right.
Everybody's going to get rip roaring drunk. Maybe and you're probably going to pass out on the ground. Like you can't do that anymore because there's 800 cell phones at a huge party.
That's true.
One of those assholes is going to post it on social media.
Exactly.
And then it's all over. So if you're going to party now in high school, you have to do it like with like 3 people and take away their cell phones.
Right. So no senior party for you.
Nope.
Did you do a senior skip day?
We did. The day before graduation, or not graduation, the day before prom, which was a Thursday because we didn't go to school on Fridays. So, and then I think it was a 3-day weekend before that. So we only went to school Tuesday and Wednesday of that week.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because and you got the weird COVID schedule as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have any? Did you skip any other classes? Were you a skipper at all?
Yeah, this year. Well, I've always been a little goody two shoes, gone to all my classes, but this.
It's okay, bud. You can
admit it now. Your dad's here.
Spill it.
Yeah,
you're out of. You graduated high school.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you're good.
I tell mom every time because she comes home for lunch.
Well, because she's
"Why
the
are you
cool
home?"
one.
Yeah. Exactly. She's the cool mom. Finally, somebody else is saying it.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but yeah. So our lunch, I had first lunch. There's 3 lunches. They split us up more. Oh, by the way, lunches in high school these days, or last year.
Yeah.
No tables.
Oh,
not
none.
a single table in the entire lunchroom. They're all chairs.
Barbaric.
All chairs 6 feet apart. You can't move your chair.
Barbaric.
And you get your phone and scan your little QR code under your chair. So you have to like sign into your chair for the day.
For lunch.
Dude, this was orchestrated. They already knew how to do all this. No, I'm kidding. So you got to check into your chair.
Yeah. So, anyways, after second period, 3 period days.
Wait, time out. Okay, time out for this real quick. So that means let's say that student A, because there's 3 lunches, right?
Yep.
Student A at lunch 1 sits down in that chair, scans himself or herself. Then you come down, you sit in 2, and then so-and-so sits there in 3, on the third lunch and scans it. And then it turns out that student 1 gets COVID.
Yep.
So then they have to go see, okay, who sat in that chair?
Yep.
Did you have to do that in classes as well?
Yes, there was. Well, I don't know about at the high school, but I know at the middle school, there was 1 kid that got sick, and like half the school was out. Or not half the school, but a large majority of students had to go home because they were exposed
potentially exposed.
Yeah, potentially exposed.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay, anyway.
But
sorry.
yeah, if a
Just
kid...
trying to wrap my mind around this. By the way, 2 kids in high school. I didn't know any of that. That just blew my mind.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, so lunch, no tables.
Yeah. So I go to lunch, and then afterwards, because there's the other 2 lunches after that, and they couldn't schedule it so you like go to a class during that time, we just had a free period. So it's like a study time or a like go in the weight room and lift. And so for seniors who are allowed to go off campus, it was go home and don't come back.
Oh.
So, I mean, you were supposed to come back, but we just didn't.
F school.
And especially
there.
with online school being so accessible, like you could go to, so I'd go to period 1 and 2, then I'd go home for lunch and stay home for the free period. So that's a full hour and a half. And then I just wouldn't go to my last class of the day, but I sign in online. I do my work online. It's as if I went back to school.
So then you'd be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're skipping, but still
I'm
checking
skipping,
in.
but still checking in
this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No calculus. I got like a B.
But did you get a 3 point above a 3 point?
Oh yeah.
Did you got the good
3.7.
student discount on your car insurance?
Yeah.
Good job.
Yep.
Good job.
Yep. I had to. That was one of the biggest deals when I was getting my license.
Yeah.
Gotta get it.
Yeah.
Gotta get it. So let me paint a picture for you.
Okay.
Year 2000.
Okay.
Millennium.
2 years before I was born, by the way.
Didn't need to hear that.
Is he your youngest guest ever?
I've had the 15-minute, so my daughter Do you know who my kids are?
No.
Madden Kenny, she's a junior, and then Megan Kenny is a sophomore. Now they're senior and junior, so they moved up. Okay, so Madden works at the Rainier. She's got like the yellow, or she's gonna go blue at some point. But anyway, she's got the big curly hair. Megan just got a job at Mazalon. Shout out to Andy. Thank you for hooking it up. And also shout out to Tyson Hiffman for hooking up for Madden. So thank you. It's not, by the way, I'm going to teach you this.
Okay.
Your dad's taught you a lot.
Yeah.
It really is not what you know. It really is. It's not what you know.
It's who you know.
It's who you know.
Yeah.
But then it's what you know about who you know.
So that's absolutely, bro. I love that. I'm going to use that again.
You can use that anytime.
It's not even really who you know. It's what you know about who you know. Yeah,
it's perfect.
that.
Gets you right into anything you want.
Yeah.
So those are, you get that tattooed on your back if you want. But let me paint you a picture. Okay, so 2000. Mavis, you can, if you go down to the Wrinkle Room, shout out Wayne Christensen, go down to the Lee, you will see her there. She was our attendance lady, super nice. I TA'd for her a ton. We didn't have to check in with our cell phones everywhere we went. If we wanted to go to first lunch, I would go to first lunch, even if I had a class. Then I would go to my normal second lunch, and then I would just stay for third lunch.
Yeah.
And I would get a I'm gonna suck in right now. I would get little. I knew how to forge your signature, and the whole thing. One time it blew up in my face just because I had a stupid friend. Shout out Mark Drummond, stupid friend who delivered a fake forged letter, like a note because I wanted to get out of German. I didn't want to take a test, and he waited next to my teacher. So he walks in, attendance dude. Gives the little note for me to leave the class, stands next to her, waiting for her to hand it to me. And by then, she knew immediately. She looked at it. She knew it was forged. She walked me and him back to the dean of students and said, "This is a forged note." And then we both got written up. So anyway, I brought back some bad memories. But let me just bring it back to high school when I was a kid. Okay. Yeah. We had a little bit of free reign. Did you feel like you had free reign? A little bit?
Oh, bro. Free reign was not even listen, there was several classes I didn't go to until the teacher physically came down to the counseling office and grabbed me by the ear. And drug me to their classroom.
They hated Mavis. Some of the teachers hated Mavis because of that.
No. I had
and other people?
One of the counselors.
You can't say their name?
Kim Kravagna.
There we go.
My counselor, too.
Yes. Oh, is she? So she's still working there?
Yeah. I don't know if I ever talked to her. I never needed any
needed that.
I spent pretty much every day in Kim's office for most of the day. I did just enough to get by. Kaden got like a 3.7 GPA.
I'm proud of you for that. I got like a 2.14.
And never had an issue. I had lots of issues, and I never friggin' went to class. I had Mr. Marshall was fully prepared to fail me until I got a state senator to come to our Washington State history class and talk for an entire hour. I said, "What do I have to do to graduate?" And he said something big. So I called up Pam Roach, and she came to the classroom and spoke for an hour about Washington State and its history and all that. And he said, "You passed," and I got like a D-.
I didn't even know that one.
And 3 days later, I graduated from high school.
Congratulations.
It's not something I would share with you before you graduated from high school.
Exactly.
That's not how you do it.
And now you know.
Yeah.
He told you prior to this, I rebuilt the U.S. Constitution. I was a part of the team.
Yeah. This is why I always vote for Pam Roach. It doesn't matter if she was on the ballot; she got my vote. It didn't matter what the politics
Pam
were.
Roach murders someone. You're like, you know what? It's a write-in now.
Still gonna vote for Pam.
Senior. So some of the senior things when I was going into high school, I was a little afraid of it. We heard of getting pantsed. We heard of getting canned, getting swirlied. The senior stampede, though, was one of the top things. Did they have a COVID? Because everyone's got some sort of COVID version. For a senior stampede, do you know what a senior stampede was?
I
Never
did not.
had one.
Nope.
No. So
Mother.
the school's not really set up like it was before.
Oh, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah,
You've
it's
been in
all
the
new.
like back
That's
in the
true.
day, senior locker bay
That's
was
true.
like the spot. But now you go into that school and it's kind of like a hospital.
Right.
It's
is-
very
it is a
modern
little
and very
hospital.
cool, but it's very plain, and there's really no funnel point in the entire school like senior locker bay was.
So senior stampede would be where the seniors, where they do a senior wall too every once in a while, where you couldn't get through. Even teachers, oh my gosh, teachers couldn't
Senior
get through.
wall.
The seniors were standing, like they were standing there, like rows deep. Nope,
Yeah.
no one's getting through. No one's getting through. At
You
that,
got a class on that side, you go around.
you go around. You got to
You
go
go all the
outside.
way outside.
If it's pouring down rain, there's lighting. Good luck.
That is ridiculous.
Oh, that's how it was, man. We were from Enumclaw.
yeah.
Anyways,
that's the only way to have some fun around here.
so we would we would just be, so senior stampede would be where they would just start at one end of the hallway, all the seniors, and they would just run through and just trample everyone in sight.
And nobody died.
People would just dive into classrooms and
There
get
was blood.
shoved up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's people that got kind of knocked around, but that was a huge thing. And so the senior stampede, I don't know if they had a COVID one where they would just walk briskly 6 feet apart and then
Yeah. Yes.
and then shout, "We're coming through!
Yeah.
Keep 6 feet."
Everybody stay away.
But through their mouth.
Yeah. Oh, that was the worst part.
Yeah.
Freaking masks. Was the worst part at
Swirlies?
school.
Did you ever know what a swirly was?
I do know what a swirly
Did you ever
is.
give a swirly or get a swirly?
Nope.
Did you know anyone that got a swirly?
Nope.
Ever
There's
get-
not really a thing anymore.
Okay, all right. Getting canned.
Don't
you
know
know-
what that is.
That's getting garbage canned, where someone would pick you up and throw you in the garbage can.
I think I've witnessed that once.
Okay.
I think it was at Pete's pool. A freshman. I think the seniors. Gosh, it was when I was freshman or sophomore. I don't know who it was. I don't know who did it, but yeah, a freshman got put upside down in the garbage can.
Oh, that happens, man. I feel bad for that freshman.
It happened.
But the good
doesn't
thing is,
happen.
at Pete's pool, the garbage cans never get used, so it wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. Getting pantsed. Do you know what getting pantsed is?
Yes.
Did you ever get pants or
I don't
give,
think
or
so.
pants anyone?
No.
So the thing now is that nobody has the balls to do any of those things. Because back in the day, if you pants somebody,
Yeah.
like you're going to see the principal.
Possible.
And they're
Well,
going to
yeah,
tell
maybe.
possibly. And they're going to tell you don't do that again.
right.
But
Now,
it's a sexual-
if you did something like
Yeah.
that, they would throw you and all your children or all the rest of your family members for the rest of eternity out of school.
Good point.
I'm just saying.
Or realistically, it'd be like a week suspension.
But
and
still, it'd be
Well,
something
tick.
big.
But yeah,
But
way
somebody
worse.
would be videoing it and posting it on Instagram.
Right,
and
that's
then-
true. There was
and they get in
fights.
trouble
There was a
too.
junior high fight back in the day that got on like World Star.
You remember
Star.
fights
Yeah.
at
yeah.
Peak?
Oh man, did you get in a fight at Peak ever?
No.
I did. Only fight I've ever been in. I lost real bad.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I never.
So
So
you know about this?
yeah, a little bit, but not like it wasn't a yeah.
It wasn't like, was it a Peak fight from back in the day where you
No,
had
it
half the
wasn't like-
school like,
yeah,
or
no,
you
no.
were fighting a
3/4 of
cougar
the
and
school.
they got chewed on?
No, it was not that bad.
What happened? Did you? Was someone like,
small
hey,
group.
meet me at what? Let's talk it
No.
out.
Not talking it out.
Talk it out.
No,
Talk it
not
out.
talking it out.
No. Huh.
You got,
Apparently
but you
that's
got beat
off
on
limits.
pretty good.
I don't know.
No,
much
it wasn't
about
that bad. It was. I didn't get beat on that bad. I just lost.
What does that mean? Like, do they have like rings? Do they have they have judges sit on the side? What does it mean to lose? Like, you lost, you just got hit more?
No, it was just like I don't know. I was just on my back and lost.
I never.
So they
taught-
stop?
I
They just,
never
like,
taught a
people
guy
yeah.
to fight.
Oh, okay,
because,
done.
all right.
For Christ's sake,
What?
he doesn't get in trouble.
I like.
Why would you teach him how to fight?
Oh, so you don't? My dad.
I was young. Too.
My dad
It was
said,
not high
break the
school, it was
guy's
middle
nose.
Yeah, it was middle
If
school.
anyone says anything, break the guy's nose. How'd you get middle school? How'd you get to the Peak? Did you guys hike from the middle school all the way over to Mount Peak and then fight?
It's a good question. I think we rode our bike.
No wonder you lost. That's a trek.
I think I told him. I think I heard about this. I block things out of my mind. I think I heard about this, and I said, "How did that go for you?" And he said, "Not good." And I said, "Well, don't do it again." And he said, "Okay." And I said, "All right. Well, the next time, kick him in the fucking knee,
Yeah.
and whack him in the top of the nose."
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Balls-
That
That's
never
not
happened
good.
again.
Balls
That
and
wasn't that
nose, man. That's my listen, my two things if I could teach you. First thing, it's not what you know, it's not who you it's who you know, and then it's what you know about who you know. Second thing is balls nose. Okay?
Got it.
There we go.
High school.
High
Life
school.
lessons.
Yeah.
Holly, yes, I was going to say something about Cody Day pantsing me, but now I'm not. I'm moving on. I know you're probably thinking in your head, oh, you always bring up my cousin. Tabletopped. You know what tabletop is?
Yes, we did that. I don't even know where. Speaking of peak, at Peak Gymnastics, we did that a lot.
Okay, guys, we're going to tabletop someone, but on the padded ground.
Yes.
You guys are soft.
Yeah.
You guys need to do some...
That shows how much younger than me you are. I don't know what tabletop is.
Okay, so tabletop is where someone stands up, and then
The victim
is standing there talking, whatever, and another guy gets on all fours behind him, and then the other guy pushes, so you fall backwards. And it's you've probably done it, you just never knew it was called tabletop.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, okay.
And I'm afraid to ask if when you've walked down a hallway with someone and you saw their legs going and you kick one of their legs into the other and trip them good.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
Yes.
Good job.
And it's been done to me too.
Proud of you for that.
Thank you.
You pranked someone good.
Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't have the same luster as it did back in the day.
No, it didn't.
It
man.
lost.
We were
once
cavemen.
Social media really put a... You remember,
I hate it. I hate social media. I wish that I lived... I wish they would have graduated in... 2000s.
Oh, yeah, dude. We were running wild and free.
Yeah.
Just pagers keeping us.
Yeah, that's all you
Right?
need.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
And emergencies, you can get a hold
And
of
a
somebody.
prepaid phone card. You
Yeah.
got yourself a prepaid phone card and a pager.
And a pager. Yeah.
Freedom.
And if you really need to talk to somebody, you'd put 911 at the end.
Yeah.
And that means call me right now.
Right.
And then you don't have a prepaid phone card and
You're bugging
there's
someone.
no pay phone.
Right. Then you're calling them collect.
Yeah. It's a horrible, horrible thing.
Here you just text them. Anyway, senior party. What was your guys' senior party?
We did a
remember?
party up under the power lines between Mud Mountain Dam Road, the back way up to Mud Mountain Dam. We
Bodies
did
are buried back there.
Yeah, we did a party there with, I don't know, there was probably 200 people there. Good time. So I got convinced. So my buddy Jeremiah, Mr. EHS.
The man.
Very, the most popular guy in school.
I beat him in wrestling. That's all I remember. Just kidding. I never did.
So
I was going to say, what? Really?
Anyway.
Party up there. Party at the Moon Tower. Everybody's going to be there. So good party. Great time. King County Sheriff's Office shows up.
Yeah, we got
Of
that
course,
too.
some asshole cut a lock. So, King County shows
Probably
up.
Joey with his
King County
teeth.
shows up and locks the gate.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they send behind a squad car.
Yeah.
And they send the squad car in there and as smart as we were, one way in, one way out. So 100 people went in every direction, but there's really nowhere to go.
Right.
And then the other 100 just got in their cars. So I happened to have committed to being a driver that night. And I get to the gate, and I'm car 74 in the line. And they say, "Are you sober?" And I say, "Yes." And yeah, he's fucked up. And they're like, "Well, take him home and don't do anything stupid between here and there." And they let us go. And then my girlfriend at the time, Kelly, was behind me. Same story. She was driving her best friend, Heidi. And same story. I'm sober. She's not. Take her home. Don't do anything stupid.
Right.
So that was our senior party. It was worth it.
It's a good story too.
And
I feel like if you have
that was back in the day when they were appreciative of our responsibility. And I mean, Jeremiah was fucked up.
Yeah. And he probably had a scholarship or something.
No, but he was they didn't write us tickets, and they didn't arrest us, and they didn't, all the things that happen now when you do stupid things like that.
Right.
I'm not saying that those weren't stupid things, but kids will be kids.
Right.
So yeah, good moments. And we had a good time with our senior party. We had a camp out in the courtyard at the high school. We pitched tents in the courtyard at the high school.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We had a bunch of stuff we did when I was in high school, and a bunch of stuff that they just do now because like they tried to camp out in overflow parking by the tennis courts this year, and EPD shows up
No
at 10 o'clock
way.
at night and says, "You guys can't stay here. Get out." So they've got it all set up. They've got it all, all their sleeping bags and stuff in the back of their cars and tents and
Right.
all this stuff. And EPD shows up because some asshole across the street reported him.
So dumb.
And so
Karens out
at
there.
midnight,
Exactly.
he's home. Karens. I'm telling you.
Karens.
It's
Ruining
not
this
that
world.
they can't have fun and they can't have fun responsibly. They just can't have fun.
They just can't have
anymore.
fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do that, so I don't understand it. So, yeah. But I think, here's the thing. I know the cops broke it up. But that, and even for you, and for our senior party, they broke up ours as well. Is it even a senior party if the cops don't come?
No.
Like, you need the cops to come at
But
some
now
point.
the
Just
problem
kick
is
them
that the cops come and they start arresting people and writing tickets and doing like
See, the
back
cops
in the
back
day,
in the day,
they would
they're like,
just say
just
like,
get home.
"Hey,
Are
be
you drunk?
responsible.
No, you're
get out
not.
of here."
Then you drive. Yeah, I was actually talking to...
Do you have beer? Let me see your beer. Okay, you have beer. I'm going
Yeah.
to put that in the trunk of my patrol car.
Right.
And you're going to go home, and I'm going to go home and drink your beer.
Exactly how it happened with me.
Now, it's like, do you have beer? Yeah, you're arrested.
You're arrested. And now you've jeopardized your scholarship.
I'm not saying that, like we haven't, moved forward as a society. It's just that, kids that are being, for me, for instance, if you're being responsible, if you have that person that's...
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I agree. I feel you. And I feel like, we move forward as a
This
society.
is getting deep. What is this episode into? Because this is
getting weird.
This is
No, it's
this
not
is-
getting weird. This is
yeah,
good.
This is getting.
This is good, though. Last thing, before we shut this thing off, Jason Whitish.
Oh,
Met him for the first time. He brought up Kelly. You know who Jason is?
I do very well.
So here's the
Yeah.
thing. This is how I met Jason. I'm going to tell this story real quick. I see Kelly. Kelly's amazing. Amazing. I used to work with her.
Kelly Loop, by the way.
By the way, Kelly Lou. Used to work with her. She's great.
Best thing that ever happened to me.
Best thing.
Yeah.
And we hang out. We're sitting outside of Cole Street, and I'm actually like hanging out with Kelly and Seth. Like, this is kind of cool for me. Like, I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't get a chance to. We went golfing like soon after we recorded, I think, and then you introduced me to the Rainier seltzers, which are delicious. But I like Cole Street way more.
Absolutely.
And so, but anyway, so Kelly's like, Travis, you guys did she's so positive. The loops are just super positive. I love the podcast. You were cracking me up. You and Seth had such a good rhythm together. Oh my gosh, it was so fun, so entertaining, and it was really fun. And then Jason Whitish sits down, great guy that I had met at that moment, and he was telling a story. Can we tell the Jason Whitish story about things or no? How I met him, he was on.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you can tell it.
Is he going to be okay?
Yeah. No, he's going to be just fine.
Okay. All right. First date. He's on his first date on Tinder or Match or whatever.
Yeah.
Not Tinder.
Not Tinder.
No, he's not that.
Not
he's
to no.
not- yeah.
But Match. He's actually sitting. I'm telling the story. You already know the story. You might know the story,
I
but
don't
no one
think I
listening know. Okay. So he's sitting with Seth and Kelly at their house. Seth is grilling steaks, just smelling these beautiful, lovely.
It was a
tri-tip
tri-tip
tri-tip.
roast.
Just delicious. Joey's already salivating listening to this right now. He gets a text or message on this app saying, hey, from this girl he's been kind of messaging back and forth. They matched. Want to meet tonight. And he's like, yeah, sure, absolutely. But he has his work truck. So he has to borrow what vehicle of yours?
My pickup, my truck.
No.
The truck wasn't there.
Oh no, the truck was
my
there.
Tahoe.
Caden's
Caden's
Tahoe.
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 Yeah, the 06 Tahoe.
And so then he has to get down, but it's packed on Cole Street because it
it's
was
a
like
cruise
a
night.
weekend. It's
It was a
night.
cruise
yeah.
night.
And
Yeah.
so he then goes to the Mint and gets a reservation, but he can't sit anywhere. And so he's
for
like
like an hour later. he
yeah,
gets a
they're like,
reservation.
but it's a packed night. So he goes to the Lee. He goes to the Lee and meets this girl for the first time at the Lee. They have Rainiers. I want to say some Coors Lights maybe at the Lee.
No, Rainiers.
Rainiers.
Rainier long necks.
And that's where they first meet. Is at the Lee. He's driving the Tahoe.
High class man.
High class man. And then they have some cheap beers at the Lee, head over to the Mint, have a great time. She takes off. And this is, I want to say, 4th of July weekend. It was 4th of July weekend because you guys were going to take the boat out on Sunday,
Yep.
which was the 4th.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about when should you text her again? And I guess everything went out the window. He had this plan, and maybe she had a plan too of like, okay, we're just going to Friday night talk. That was Friday night that we were hanging out. And then Sunday will be boat day, which she was invited to. Did she come to the boat day on Sunday?
Bro, we need to fill you in on Val.
Val? We're going by first names right now? Was it the Tahoe? That's all I want to ask.
Yeah,
Was it
absolutely.
That's what sold it.
Yes. Came to 4th of July night, and we got to spend some time. We definitely checked the approved box.
Okay, so she's approved,
and she's a pretty amazing person. Mostly she's nice to him, which is a big step.
That's a huge thing.
That's new.
But that's new.
It might be because of the Tahoe.
So here's the thing. Saturday night we had Kaden's graduation party. Everybody's going to be there.
This is later. This is down the road. Okay,
But this kind of summarizes the whole.
Okay.
So my buddy Josh Lotta comes to shout out Josh Lotta comes to the grad party. He lives and flies for an airline in Alaska. He was here last weekend for a little class reunion sort of thing.
Yeah.
He turns around and flies back down this weekend for Kaden's graduation party because it's important to him.
Super shout out then.
We've been close friends for 25 years.
For sure.
So Josh brings his girlfriend with him. Couple of years girlfriend. Jason brings Val with him. I'm standing there and I'm talking to Kelly, and I look over at my probably 2 best friends in the entire world, and they're both smiling and happy. And I said, this is maybe the happiest moment I've had in 10 years since my children were born.
Yeah.
These dudes are both happy, which has never freaking
congrats,
happened.
By the way, on graduating everything else that you've done in your life.
Yeah.
But the happiest moment.
So I'm telling you, because both these boys have been through some stuff.
Some stuff, yeah.
So back to the
Yes.
Really enjoyed Val. I'm going to call her Val to be in specific, but yeah, no, great.
And so they're still
enjoying each other's
still
company.
rolling.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're both
good peeps.
They smile a lot. For
That's
some
good.
Reason, which is
hey,
weird. But yes, he did do. Took her out on the boat.
Yeah, but he talked to her on Saturday. That was the thing. It was like, don't talk to her on Saturday.
No.
Make her walk.
She called him on Saturday.
Exactly. And then they're
see
talking
what he was doing.
the entire time.
Actually, they went out on the boat on Saturday.
Oh, no way.
Yes. Before
the real boat date of July 4th, July 3rd.
She was like, what are you doing? I was, and he's like, nothing. I'm just hanging out. You want to go out on the boat? She's like, be there in 45 minutes.
Yeah, good. Yeah. No head games. That's the third thing. No head games. Okay?
Just play it straight.
Play it straight. Have fun. No head games. Don't get wrapped up in someone that gives head games. Don't give head games yourself. Just
got it.
Yeah.
Life lessons with Travis.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy the company.
I know you're not going to add any more things.
No,
but
that's it.
Yeah.
Life lessons with Travis.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick quiz. What's the first thing?
It's not. It's not what you know. It's who you know. But it's what you know about who you know.
There you go.
Yep,
good job.
It.
Second thing.
Thing number 2. That's a tough one. Oh, no. Go for the kneecaps and the nose.
Balls in the nose, but kneecaps are close. You might move. You might miss. Okay.
Kick him in the knee.
And then the third one.
On top of the nose.
There you go. Boom. Bam.
Yeah.
Third thing.
Was not nearly as important, and I already forget.
Just enjoy. Don't play head games and just enjoy the person.
Got it.
That was like 3 seconds ago.
Yeah, it was.
But hey, I'm proud of you, Kaden. Thanks for coming on. Kaden, by the way, you guys didn't listen to the last one where we were doing Softball's Hard Talk with Seth and Kaden. Kaden listens to this podcast. He's probably my youngest influencer. And so what he needs to do is just take pictures and tag on. Well, you don't do social media either. Do you do Instagram?
Yeah, no, I have Instagram and Snapchat.
So Instagram,
I have all of it. I just don't
take
like
some
using it.
pics, hashtag it, influencer, full body cast. Hashtag that as well.
Okay.
And then
Oh, you'll definitely get some followers on all those things if you do this hashtag full buddy cast, and then the dudes actually listen, or the people that you
people gotta
that follow
listen.
you.
Yeah.
I don't know how many followers you have, but it's like 1,000 on Instagram.
No,
right?
it's like
Yeah.
200.
that's okay. But hey, 200 times 5 is 1,000, so it's close enough. And if you wear the shirt. So I've got a few shirts out there that people take picture. Brandon Burt's catching a fish with it cut off. I don't care if you cut it off. Cut it off.
Nice.
Saw Shaylee Green. She was wearing a shirt the other day at Mazatlan. So take one guy, my good friend Ty. He crashed on a BMX bike in it, and he has a picture of him just laying on the ground in pain that his wife took in that shirt. If it's a fail or if it's amazing, then I want you in a shirt. If
I'll
it's
send
normal,
you some scooter videos of me wearing a
oh,
shirt.
dude,
Some
There you
scooter
go.
tricks.
skirt all around there. So we're
no more scooter tricks.
No more
college
No,
baseball.
no. Yeah, I'll go easy.
Yeah.
all right, let's do some shout outs. If you've listened to the episode, which you said you have, so I'm going to quiz you on that, but I know that you have.
Yeah.
We do one shout out. Each one goes around, says one person they want to shout out. Seth has already shouted out his wife. Can't shout her out again.
I did that last time.
Okay.
And Scott Eilertson.
And yes, and Scott as well. I edited that, right? I edited everything good.
No,
I was good with it?
Yeah. no, it's
Okay,
good.
good,
Scott
good.
is the most inspirational person I know, honestly.
Excellent.
So.
Excellent. I'm going to shout. So I'll start the shout out. You can think about your shout
Okay.
out. Okay. I'm going to shout out. You know what? I'm going to shout out Mavis.
Yeah.
Mavis has what made high school so much fun. Still, if you go see her now, she's fun. She's funny. I know that I drive her crazy several times, even now. If I go into the lead, I see her there. I'll sit with her, chat it up. She's usually hanging with a few friends. By the end of the night, she hates me. She's tired of me. I've made too many jokes, and so, but then we just kind of repeat it like an episode every time I see her. So then it's fun to see her again. I would say she's like a distant aunt to me. She really made. I really have great memories with Mavis. Really good person, and appreciate her and seeing her. There we go. So, who wants it next?
Go for it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to do one real quick shout out.
Okay.
I'm going to do a meaningful shout out. I'm going to shout out Devin Cannon,
Okay.
City of Auburn, permit technician, who does a fabulous job. And I convinced her to listen to the podcasts. And I don't know if she's listened to any more than I was on.
That's okay.
previously.
We appreciate the
But-
one she listened to. Thank you.
But I'm going to shout her out so that you're going to get one more listen. 'Cause
Excellent.
I'm gonna
You
that
tell
I
her
shouted
again.
out. Yeah.
Thank you for listening,
Um,
and thank you for continuing to listen, and thank you for listening to all 300-something episodes. Appreciate that.
Yes.
Devin, you said?
Devin Cannon.
Devin
Yes.
Cannon, thank you.
And she's a rock star at her job.
New Patreon. Just jump on there. Thank you so much,
Yeah, that's all
Devin.
you got to
Appreciate
do. Yep, sign up. $5 a month. She makes lots of money.
it. $50 a month.
Yeah. The other shout out I'm going to do is Jamie Roberts. Jamie Roberts is one of my Morgan D. Mills
Yes.
husband.
Yes.
Yes. He's kind of my dude. He works for me, but I feel like he makes me successful in what I do for a living.
Yeah.
One of my inspectors, great dude, always a positive attitude, has no freaking filter, which I love. He will give it to you straight all the time. But honestly, raising twin boys and doing a freaking fabulous job at
Nice.
everything I see about Jamie. Great dude.
Nice.
I got nothing but good things there.
Great. Awesome.
Okay.
You ready, Kaden?
Yep. I'm going to go kind of deep. I'm going to thank,
Oh,
I'm going to shout out my parents.
Ooh.
very good.
Gonna make me cry.
Yeah, just with graduating, and I'm just obviously reflecting a little bit on my past 18 years of my life, but
Yeah.
I have pretty sweet parents. And I just, thank
you
them
wanna
for
expand
everything.
as to why? Like-
Now,
I don't know, they're pretty cool.
let's-
My mom's like my best friend, and my dad is always supportive and I don't know, drove me around for 16 years of my life. And
Those 2 years though, he took a
well,
break.
once I started driving.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you've been driving.
Dad, can you please take me? No.
I thought you were on strike for like 2 years, 10 and 12.
Sick and tired of it.
Not doing it.
Sick and tired.
You got
of
a driver's license.
Yeah. But yeah, they're pretty cool. Everybody tells me I have cool parents, and I agree.
Yeah, there's nothing better than having cool. I have cool parents too, right? They that even if they come at you with any sort of something that maybe it's an opinion that you disagree on, who knows? You still know it's coming from love and care.
Yeah.
They're not trying to like force it on you or all that stuff.
Oh, I definitely was.
Well,
yeah. His mom not
a little
so much,
different.
but I rode his ass like crazy.
Yeah, like crazy.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, everyone, thanks so much for listening. Go hit up the 3 sponsors, Cole Street Brewery, please. Mazalon, please. And also Bordeaux Wine Bar, please. Appreciate Seth and Kaden coming on. It was fun to reminisce, talk about high school, talk about the Podroom, Wildfire, lessons learned, Joey's stories, senior parties, high school senior stampedes, attendance, all that. And then Jason Whitish update. We should do a Jason Whitish update like every so often.
Yeah, we should get Jason Whitish on.
We should bring him on as well.
There's not very many funnier people.
He was a funny dude.
Jason Whitish.
There was a funny dude. There's a couple times where we were telling jokes and we looked at each other's eyes because we were doing the same joke at the same time.
Yeah, there's a real connection there.
Maybe a little unoriginal, but
absolutely. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great week. Take care. Again, thank you, Seth and Kaden.
Welcome to the greatest of the greatest. A podcast that you never knew you needed. With interviews from people you have never met, or maybe you have once or twice. Asking questions and knowing more than you want to know about them. You are listening to Full Buddy